everybody's calm and ready to work. So everything we're going to do in the beginning is going to be very fast. I don't want you to think about it. So one of the most important ingredients in making a work of art, especially contemporary art, is to trust your instincts, to be able to access your right brain. We call it's right brain thinking, really. For females, it's called women's intuition, or lady intuition, which men don't have, but you have it already, okay? You don't have that, but you do have a right brain, and you're artistic, and we do have that. But to trust your intuition, that means you're not second guessing yourself, you're not overthinking, but you are in the moment. In the moment. That's what you have, don't you? You know what it's like to be in the moment. Because if you're not in the moment, you might get your head knocked off. So, to be in the moment. And that's why I want you, so, I want this class to speed up because you spend a lot of time doing things that don't take long, that don't take long. And when it's time for you to spend time on things that should take long, now you kind of like you have lost the moment. That moment of inspiration, the moment of creation. So I want you to trust yourself, number one. Having the right brush is very important. So these brushes are for, I need different brushes. Like this is for acrylics or oil paint. So this brush don't work. This brush does because it's synthetic. Those are hog hair brushes. So hog hair brushes are used for acrylics and or so these synthetic brushes will work with acrylics, but also watercolors and everything. And these, I don't know what kind of hair this is. This may be squirrel hair. It's really like perfect for what we're going to do. These brushes, these are the best for what we're going to do. So the first step, you're going to use your wide brush and you're going to work fast. And one of the hardest things to do is to do something different than how you would normally do it, right? So I want everybody's attitude to be, number one, positive, no negative thinking. No, because I believe a negative mindset can fill this room, and it can go from one person to the next. So, no, I don't know if I can, nothing negative, just everything positive. Because you are an individual, okay? So don't question yourself. And what you're going to do is, now this is going to be hard to understand what I'm getting ready to say. You might understand it too. See, I'm finding ways for you to use your intuition. But you know how, like if you're in close and you're trying to make the fight ugly, because if he's more skillful than you, you got to get ugly. You got to get in close, right? Because if he's more skillful than you, out here, he's going to pick you apart. But you get in close, you got to make it ugly, right? Okay. Same thing with arts. You got to get in close, and when you're in close, you're feeling his body, right? Whatever he does, you feel it. You're not thinking art. You just feel what he does, and that determines what you're going to do. Yeah. Okay. With this, I feel the paper. So The brush is an extension of my body. The brush, this is my hand, this is my mind. When I contact the paper, my mind is on the paper, so I'm feeling it. So you could even do this blindfolded. Maybe one day we will do it blindfolded. But since we're using ink, it may be too messy. And I probably should put something on the floor here, because the ink is going to drop on the floor. Just a piece of big sheet of paper or something like that. Cardboard.
Probably use something that was partly used in class.
Oh, I like that. Now you got this one there. Okay, you use that. Okay. So I'm going to do, this is the first step. So when I touch the paper, I'm not really looking, trying to figure out nothing. I'm just, whatever feels right, do it, and feel the whole page, okay? Use the corner of the brush. Sometimes you might want to make it wide, but maybe you don't, okay? And so, I don't know what this is going to be. So, as you can see, there's almost no ink in the cup now because all the ink is in the brush. I'm trying to make, like, once I touch the paper, don't lift the brush. I'm not thinking, right? Don't touch the paper once and keep the brush on the paper, okay? That's the first step. All right, you can go ahead and do that first step. And then you can put your brush in the bucket. Shake it off and you put it in the bucket, then leave it in the bucket. Take it out. This is fast, quick, fast. You're not thinking. If you find yourself thinking, stop thinking. Just cover the whole paper. Then go ahead and put the brush in the. I didn't drop that. I'm sorry myself. Second step. So these are water-soluble crayon pastels. We're going to take a minute for your ink to dry. It should dry pretty quick. So you're just watching me now.
Charlie, are they going to use these again, or
No.
could I bring them to wash?
Excuse me?
I'm going to bring them to the thing to wash them.
Okay. So just one touch that will do. Okay. Next step. Something to try to remember. In most cases, when we are painting, especially watercolors, and these are watercolor pastels, or water-soluble pastels. You start with the lightest colors. Light colors first, dark colors last. Because with watercolors, you cannot cover a dark color with a light color. In other words, if I have black down or blue, I can't go, once it dries, I can't go over that with yellow watercolor and expect to see it and for it to be strong. So you go from light to dark, okay? And so you choose the color you're gonna start with first, your lightest color you're gonna start with first. And then everywhere on the paper, I don't want you to think, this is fast too. Once you find a place to start, like I'm gonna start here. Everywhere on this paper where I think I might want yellow right now, I'm gonna put it everywhere, one color at a time. This is good training for in the future if somebody hire you to do something or to make something and you have a deadline. This is how you make your work go faster. You can also draw over the black ink as well, okay? Once the ink is dry. But everywhere you think you might want yellow. And the way I'm approaching this is an age-old tradition of quilt making. One patch, one shape determines the next. I want it to be balanced. So if I have some yellow down here, I may want yellow up here somewhere. I want everything to be balanced. I'm not thinking about like, I'm just use your creativity and your intuition. Okay, see how fast I'm still moving? Not as fast as the first step, but I'm not moving slow. When you go use slow movement, somebody tell me, what are slow movements for? Details. Right. And shapes, you go, what are the order of shapes? I don't know. When you're deciding to draw shape, like if you're going to do that building back there, or if you're going to do a realistic drawing of the library, or a person's face, what shapes should you draw first? Which shapes?
Large shapes.
Yes, large shapes. See, I'll tell you a million times until you get it. So after millions of times of me saying that, she's finally getting it. Years. It's taking years. But right. And what shape should you draw last?
Small ones.
See that? What brushes should you use first?
Big brushes.
Big brushes? What brushes should you use last?
Small.
See that? Come on. I'm getting excited now. Now, of course, when you become artists, you can switch that up any way you want to. But this is a basic way of building a work of art. It's very classical, very traditional, right? And that way, I'm not starting a drawing with details. Okay, so you're going to do how many colors at a time? One. See how simple this is? We're just simplifying everything. One color at a time. Now, I may finish this while you finish yours. So go ahead and do that now. Put your colors down. And the last step is going to be to go over this with water, and then the colors are going to spread. I would say put a lot of color down there, okay? Don't do it lightly, but work fast. Now this is some work.